Fregoli delusion. A person holds the mistaken belief someone presently in his or her environment, typically a stranger, is actually a familiar person in disguise. The stranger is thought to have psychologically perfect identity to the known person not present, even though the deluded person perceives the physical appearance of the stranger as being different from the known person's typical appearance. In other words, a person believes everyone else in the world is the same and cannot understand psychological differences in people, but can sense physical differences. And how is this any different from the world constantly coming at us through a screen? On elevators, groups of people hunch over the ominous glow of a phone, a monotonous symphony of doors opening and closing with the occasional tap-tap of a text message. What does any of it mean? We see buttons on a screen with abstract symbols on them on something called a keyboard, and can instantly transmit our own thoughts through a machine which takes them, breaks them apart into other abstract symbols, and then reassembles and transmits them in some ethereal, non-physically existing thing called the internet, where anyone, anywhere, at any time in history, can look at that exact same pattern of lines and dots and instantly understand what we were thinking. How then do we know the differences between people? With constant access to breaking news, emails, and a slew of videos and meaningless fluff, where does the real connection establish itself? The answer is food. Food is a symbol of family and community. It allows us to gather around a table, face to face, or even stalk out an empty seat in a busy market, laugh over the day's events, or even vent about the people in them. Mealtime is a sacred act, and while it is acceptable to eat alone, one should never rush through it. In Mexican cities, townspeople will eat together with friends and family in central areas like parks or town squares. In Cambodia, villagers spread out colorful mats and bring food to share with loved ones like a potluck. Dining together can radically shift people's perspectives. It reduces one's perceptions of inequality, and diners tend to view those of different races, genders, and socioeconomic backgrounds as more equal than they would in other social scenarios. As Alice Waters wrote, "In the shade of the lemon grove, I break off a hunch of bread, sprinkle it with the delicious fruity olive oil, empty my glass of sour white Capri wine, and remember that Norman Douglas once wrote that whoever has helped us to a larger understanding is entitled to our gratitude for all time."